My 9-year-old daughter was recently lucky enough to get a present of a fourth generation Kindle Fire HD. Lucky girl. It's not her first tablet, so I quickly set about making sure if it was correctly set up for her. Thankfully, Kindle have made this quite easy. As I already have an Amazon account, all I needed to do was log into the tablet as myself and then set up Kindle Fire for Kids for her. First impressions with Kindle Fire for Kids is good. She has access to YouTube and all the various games she plays. The UI is also very kid friendly, and as a parent, it certainly gives me the impression that my daughter will be safe using this device. But as a privacy professional, I am less happy. There's a couple of quick things to note. Amazon know who I am, and they know that this is set up for a 9-year-old girl. So it's a certainty that they have categorized her as my daughter slash dependent. Bottom line, they are processing the data of a minor, albeit with the consent of her parent. So my questions are, what data are they processing, and with whom are they sharing this data with? And this is where the problem is. I cannot for the life of me find this out. I am not assuming for a minute that Amazon are doing anything that would harm the rights and freedoms of my 9-year-old daughter, but I think that I'm entitled to understand how her data is being processed in a clear and transparent way. There is a fairly hard to find page which gives some high level info. The link will be posted below this. It does not reference anything specifically for Kindle Fire for Kids, and I think it should. It talks a lot about opting out of processing, and this is where it gets a bit tricky as well, because the rules for direct marketing are clear. This requires data subjects to give, as the DPC in Ireland says, affirmative consent, which means I must opt in. So where do I stand? As a parent, it would appear that my 9-year-old daughter's personal data is being processed and shared for a number of reasons. I cannot find the where and the how of this, nor can I restrict it. As a privacy professional, I can empathize with how hard it can be for Amazon to fix these things, and there's a lot of complex technologies being used here, but the lack of transparency is a bit disappointing. Let me know if you figured out how Kindle for Kids is sharing your kids' data, and it'd be great if you drop me an email with this information. Thanks.